11:59 America, and this is Uncle Poonery with news, videos, and podcasts until dawn. Words for our brothers and sisters out there in the YouTube demonetized zone. Contrary to popular belief, I am still alive. Contrary to popular belief, I am still alive. They still want to have homegrown terrorism. Harris has decided they still want homegrown terrorism. It's 12 o'clock America, and we're another day closer to victory. And for all of you gun channels out there, this is your stream. Good morning, everybody. My first day back since Friday. I'll tell you the story about it in a little bit. Yeah, actually, let me do the opening monologue first. So this entire weekend, I pretty much stayed in bed. Hopped up on muscle relaxers and blood thinners. Whatever I've got in my chest is pretty serious, according to my doctor, so they told me to take it easy, which is why the show must go on, and I'm here at work today. Um, in the news, it looks like France has indeed decided that they haven't had enough terrorism in their nation, so they decided to elect the globalist candidate rather than the nationalist one. Marine Le Pen has been defeated in the runoff, so the next couple of years are going to be quite interesting over there. Anyway, let me go ahead and get the join links out and remind everybody to refresh for Morning Wood, and we'll get started. Links are out. We'll do this as long as I can stay upright. Essentially, I have not taken what they gave me for this weekend at work today, so my 5-day gauntlet begins. Next appointment on Thursday. And look at that. The room starts to populate.
Hello.
Connery.
Hey.
Really, actually is a
Oh, let me start off today's show with an apology, too. Darren from Northern Canada has come down to my town to go shooting, and I didn't get his message until this morning because I spent all weekend in bed. So, apologies for not being able to hook up with you for shooting. Maybe if I feel better sometime this week, I'll try to squeeze it in, but I can't promise anything because I'm not even supposed to be at work, and yet here I am. I'm getting all my weekend messages this morning at the shop, so oops.
So, what's going on?
I have to go back in Thursday, and they said be prepared to not be able to walk Friday because they might stick that thing in my leg.
Don't let that shit spook you, because it doesn't really. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, they told me they were going to give me a local, but if I really wanted to be like on cloud 9 or whatever, they can put me down for most of it. And I'm like, we'll play it by ear. I'm not really worried about it.
It's a little bit funky, but it ain't nothing.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm actually more relieved that things are starting to get done rather than me just wondering about it all the time. They gave me this shit that basically turned my blood into vinegar this weekend. Like, I didn't move at all. I just kind of laid in bed all weekend.
That's the one thing.
My blood into vinegar this weekend. Like, I didn't move. Oh, it's my playback. Hey, John.
Hey, what's up, guys?
You're gonna have to mute in between broadcasts, otherwise your playback's gonna robot us, or it's gonna.
I apologize. I'm taking care of it now.
It's cool.
Okay, I took care of it. Sorry.
That catheterization is the one way they can be 100% certain about blockages.
Yeah, I think he called it like a angioscope or something like that. Camera on the end of a little balloon type thing.
I don't know. There's probably dozens and dozens of different routes they go.
It all starts in your leg.
That would be better than being strapped to an X-ray table and getting the 40 or 60 X-rays taken right after you get that thing done.
No, I don't want to be a. What did they used to call those women in World War I? Radium girl, whatever it is. I don't want to be glowing at the end of this.
Could you just recap what happened? I missed most of it. All I heard was something about the catheter.
Oh no, I'm the new face of heart disease at 38, basically.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm dealing.
Dude, I was the original face at 38.
You
Anyway.
you used to smoke?
I quit like 10 years ago.
Yeah. How long did you smoke for?
Since I was like 17.
Yeah, but I started when I was 17, and I haven't stopped yet. So thank God. But unfortunately, I got other issues to make up for that.
I had a strange habit though. Like, I used to set these mental goals. I'm like, okay, this pack is going to last a week. And I would usually be pretty good about that.
A week?
Yeah. My dad would go through like 2 a day. And I'm like, I can't do that. Like, my throat would hurt too much if I smoked 2 packs a day.
And trust me, it would. When I started smoking the year before I graduated high school, and I think I was smoking about 3 packs a day.
Good God.
Yeah.
Where'd you find the time?
Well, I went to a school in Jersey, and I came home for the weekends, and it was all boys, and we stayed. The school was like on a farm, so you had the barn house was the school, and then you had the lunchroom looked like one of those lunchrooms from summer camp.
Mhm.
And basically, we had a lot of free time outside of the projects that we had to do when there were no classes going on.
Sounds a lot like my dad's where he graduated. He went to school in northern Michigan. He went to a agricultural polytechnical type thing. His
Right, something
graduating
like
class
that.
was 9
Exactly.
people.
Yeah, we had about 19 people in the school. So yeah, so it's, almost exactly something like that. Yeah. So we had a lot of free time on our hands, and when we did our projects, most of our projects were outside.
Mhm.
You know, you can't smoke inside, but when we were outside most of the time, that's one of the things we
thing to
did
do.
after we finished walking 3 miles to the store to get whatever we wanted to eat for snacks. Yeah, it was pretty far out there.
Sounds
So,
like you majored in burning tobacco.
pretty much that and vanilla ice outfits. Remember those days?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
The answer to
We had one
MC
kid.
Hammer parachute pants.
Exactly. We had one kid in our school that had the vanilla ice haircut and all the outfits to the T. It was the funniest thing.
Doesn't he own a vineyard or something now?
Huh?
Doesn't that guy own a vineyard or something like that now? Like, he's actually
I didn't even know he was still alive.
successful. Oh yeah. Rob Van Winkle, I think is his name.
Something like that.
Yeah. He actually did, he was smart with his money, I think. Not in the beginning, but I think he sort of solved it and figured it out. But very rare success story.
I didn't pay attention to him when he was famous. I sure as hell ain't kept up with him seeing how he's faded away.
Oh, he was huge in the 90s. It was like, holy shit, a white rapper. I'm like, he practically opened the door for Eminem, right?
Exactly. So so how long do you have to have this treatment until you don't have to go back to the doctors?
Well, Thursday they're going to go, basically it's a dig deeper fact-finding mission, but they're going to figure out exactly what to attack. It sounds like I'm going to be a candidate for stent. They said it's pretty serious, but it's not like life-threatening yet. Although I've had a couple instances where I thought it was because it was bad. Like, I've never felt anything like that before. And I have a pretty high threshold to pain, so let me put it to you this way. I'd rather be shot than I would have go through what I went through.
Oh, God forbid.
Or raped by a bear in a river in Alaska.
Well, I hope it works out.
It seems like it's going to be okay. Like, this doesn't run in my family. Not really. Not to this degree, at least. So I think it was just a combination of poor dietary choices in the last 2 years or so. Just because everything around me is not good for me. So I quit buying lunch around my shop.
I'll keep you in my prayers.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, my age group is actually the second or third highest now because, I was talking about it a little bit Friday, but essentially my generation's job force or labor force is less physical and a lot more desk job type things. So
you're building up more stress because you're not active as well.
I'm sitting more than most people.
Right.
I guess than the previous generation. I mean, I do a bit of physical work, but you know, I'm also a technician and I work on websites all day, so I'm in a chair a lot too.
Well, my previous job, that's the reason back to why I'm on workers' comp. My job was 50% sitting down watching cameras and audio and answering phones and securing people coming into the buildings and stuff, and the other 50% was fighting the quote unquote residents.
Oh, hospital work, yeah.
No, there were more bars.
Oh,
Yeah, not the drinking bars. So
Incarceration type work.
yeah.
Well, that's probably the only reason that I'm freaking still alive is the fact that my job was 8 hours of labor. I was always doing something.
Well, that's how I was when I was younger. You know, I think that's how most of us were when we were younger. But then as we get older, we try to find something that's not as heavy on our bodies. So, either way, you got to keep yourself occupied.
that's why I got into hand loading. Now I preach on about that quite a bit. Actually, I'm telling people, I'm like, you know, I said there's a study that shows that people lose 50% of their brain capacity every year after the age of 35, which is shocking. The statistics are shocking. I said, but the ways to combat that obviously are to do something called neuroplasticity, where you're challenging your brain, forcing it to make new neurons, new connections every day. So like I always try to learn something new to force my brain into like staying active. And my dad's 81. So I mean, imagine how much brain mass he's got left over. Like his memory's bad and he's constantly repeating himself. I mean, he's physically active.
I'm an anomaly because people wonder every day if I have any brain matter left at all.
But I'm like, I try to get him involved in things that challenge him every day. So I'm trying to teach him how to hand load now.
Does he have dementia or something?
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. Yeah, I use YouTube for that stuff. I learn something new every day on YouTube.
Yeah, I try to get him to use his hands. Like I take him shooting a lot too.
Oh, that's cool.
He used to have this like old school army grip where he would hold a pistol with his right hand and then he would hold his right wrist with his left hand. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, this is the way they taught us back then. I'm like, that doesn't work anymore. I just show him like, the hand over hand.
Old TV movie method.
Yeah. So I was like, this is the hand over hand method, the support hand method. And then I had to show him like the difference between an isosceles and a lever stance.
You know why I learned that? I learned that stuff by watching Hickok 45. He had a full video on it. That's the first time I even heard about the isosceles stance.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching.
Isosceles is what modern tactical dudes teach you. Weaver is what's actually.
Oh, the Weaver. That's it. I'm sorry. You're right, Tony.
They're pulling people away from the Weaver because it makes the body armor ineffective if your sides are showing. So they figure if you took a hit in the side, in the ribs, it would puncture both lungs and through and through. So they want you to stand forward because that way the body armor is facing correctly.
Right.
And I thought, oh, that's clever.
I don't wear
I still
body
shoot from
armor. I use Weaver.
I shoot from a modified Weaver, so it's like I don't really like the isosceles because when you shoot big bores, it tends to want to rock you back on your heels. So it's like I have to stand sort of 45 degrees. It's like a in between an isosceles and a Weaver.
Well, that's how I see people doing it when they're shooting the rifle, to go a little forward. Part of your body's a little forward, and the other part of your body's a little backwards, like that 45, like you're talking about now.
Well, people who do
Go ahead.
people who do a lot of rifle shooting too will favor the modified or the
Yeah.
Weaver, either one, because it's more natural. Which
Yeah,
is
they don't
why
want
I
to get
do.
blown back on their heels.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, it's definitely me. I forgot where I was going with that, but that's another thing. It's my dad's got bad memory already, and I'm starting to develop it already.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? I'm kidding.
I'm already developing a bad memory.
I'm kidding.
I'll tell you, I got a theory on that. And it's that the brain is like a hard drive in a computer. It has a finite capacity. And when you hit about 30 or so, you've reached the limit of the capacity. So each time you put something new in, it overwrites something that was there.
Oh yeah, like I used to joke about that. I'm like, oh man, I'm forgetting like girls' bra sizes and pin numbers just to remember how to reload, 458 Win Mag or something.
My wife says I have dementia. She keeps complaining I don't hear anything she says.
That's selective hearing loss. And
No,
that's a gift.
I tell her that's part of being married.
It is learning how to tune out.
Yeah.
Yeah, my old man's got what 41 years experience.
I ain't far behind him.
He ended up adopting this new method where he basically just walks out of the room.
Well,
He's like, sorry, I
suppose.
didn't hear you.
I'm sorry.
Basically, he's just like, sorry, I didn't hear you, because he's lost his hearing in one ear, more or less, and then the other one's kind of hard of hearing. So when she starts talking, he just walks out of the room. Like, sorry, I didn't hear you.
I can't hear you anyway, so why be here?
Right. Very clever. Yeah, so basically the way my weekend went was I took these pills that they gave me, and they said, be where you're going to be the rest of the evening before you take these. And I'm like, oh, how bad could it be? Oh, okay, it's that bad.
What was the how did your
They
body respond?
they gave me like a weapons grade blood thinner. So they were like, if you get cut, you're going to bleed a lot. And I'm like, oh, how about I just don't
Oh,
get
they
cut?
gave you a blood thinner, right?
Yeah,
Oh god.
and a muscle relaxer. They were like, we're trying to make it as easy. They were like, your parents gave you a strong heart, but the plumbing in front of it's actually what's going to kill it. And I'm like, oh, that's great.
My doctor, he wanted to give me blood thinning pills, but he said, I told him, because I know what the repercussions are already from my history. So I asked him, is there anything else I can do? So he said, well, you can donate blood.
Mhm.
So I said, okay, thanks. Have a nice day.
Right.
$180 later. So now I just go to the blood bank more often than not, and I donate either the blood, the red blood cells, or I donate the. My blood type is the preferred method to get the stuff for the cancer patients.
Yeah, I used to donate twice a year. It's pretty funny too, because I've got like a track mark on my arm from where they put the butterfly.
Right.
And every time I go in, they're like, have you done this before? And I show them my arm. I'm like, just hit the track mark. And I'm like, no, I'm not a heroin addict.
How? But they haven't damaged, or none of your vessels have collapsed or anything, have they?
No, they hit the same area, but they move forward above it or below it every time. So that's why the scar gets a little bit longer each time.
I got scars on both where the elbows are on the inside.
Yeah, that's where mine is.
Every time I go, sometimes the right hand is pronounced, and sometimes the left hand is pronounced.
That's what they want.
So I don't know, but my one of my arteries, one of my whatever the vessels or the arteries where they take the blood from, one of them collapsed because they did a bad job either putting the needle in or taking the needle out. And my arm was black and blue for like 2.5, 3 weeks.
That sounds like my mom and dad. Every time they get stuck with a needle, their whole arm turns like blue and yellow.
Right. That's exactly what it was like.
Like, you guys are being worked on by idiots. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, it shouldn't look like that.
Well, don't forget, a lot of hospitals they're training hospitals.
Yeah.
Which is kind of scary if you know that you do it that often. But
Okay.
But how have you been feeling otherwise? You're not like dizzy or nauseous or
Tired.
tired, yeah.
Constantly tired. I
Sucks,
got up.
dude.
Yeah, I got up at. Let's see. I went to bed Saturday at just before 11, and I didn't wake up till noon Sunday.
But listen, you need your rest.
Yeah, it felt good. It's just Sunday. I actually woke up at like 10 o'clock, but I couldn't physically get out of bed till noon. My body was like, no, you're just gonna lay here for a while. It's Sunday. It's okay.
Yeah. If I don't give blood, I kind of feel that way also. That's when I know I have to go to the blood bank.
The bloodletting.
Yeah. What is it called? The Red Cross or whoever's taking blood that day. I'm not traveling 20 miles to give blood, so I just wait till they have something available in my area, whether it's one of those moving vans, not the moving vans, the mobile vehicles.
Mm-hmm. Morning, Tino.
Morning.
Hey, Tino,
Hey, Tony.
You know,
How's everybody doing?
one step ahead of death.
That's always a plus.
yeah.
That's not bleak at all. No, that's fine.
Not far from the truth, neither. If you'd listen to the conversation this morning.
It sounds worse than it is. I mean, like right now. Oh, I know why I feel this way, because I took my allergy pills this morning. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I don't know what's in those antihistamines, but good God, they work.
Do they make you sleepy?
Mm-mm. Well, yeah, a little bit, but they also make me feel like I've had a couple of beers, which is cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Without
Every
the
time I
beer.
take them.
Yeah.
Exactly. No headache after.
Yeah.
After they go in and check out your stuff and put a stent in, you can probably cross those off the list as one of the many fucking things you're not allowed to have anymore.
You're kidding.
Yep. It's true.
What do you mean? I can't have a beer after a stent. Really?
No, not the beer, the freaking antihistamine.
Histamine.
Oh.
Oh, you thought it was that bad you couldn't have the beer, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like, even my doctor was like, you can have a beer every couple of days. It'll have the same effect as, like, drinking red wine or whatever. You're just trying to thin your blood out a bit. And I'm like, oh, cool. Awesome. I don't have to give that up. And then I jokingly told him, I'm like, I've got this $700 bottle of, Pappy Van Winkle. I'm like, I can't let that go to waste. My old man's going to drink the whole thing if I don't get a glass.
And we can't have that.
No, he was like, maybe you should bring that bottle in over here. I was like, fuck you.
Did they direct you to take aspirin yet?
No, but I've been doing it out of habit anyway. He says it can't hurt, so.
You're taking the 71% though.
The little ones, yeah, the low dose.
Yeah, what's that
81
yellow
milligrams.
brown bottle?
Mine's like this little yellow bottle with a green lid on it, but yeah, same thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Twice a day. Basically, I take it. I'm taking a pill every 6 hours, so it's like aspirin. 6 hours later, I take the heart pill. 6 hours later, I take an aspirin. 6 hours later, I take a heart pill. So works out.
I take a 325 regular aspirin. I ain't paying extra money.
You take 25 aspirins at the same time, Tony?
No, I take one 325 milligram regular aspirin.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you take 25 at the same time. I was like, what?
That's a big
No.
pill. 325.
It's just a regular aspirin.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sean, I posted something for you in the external.
Oh wow, you even titled it this way. Oh, you.
I took that yesterday.
Thanks for
Of course.
Oh, the Bayer low dosage.
Yeah.
Yeah, they specialize in that. What do you post?
one of those things where they charge you more for less. I refuse
Yeah.
to buy into that crap.
Well, they have off the shelf stuff too. That's not brand name. That's a lot cheaper.
What
Yeah,
is it?
baby
Ferrari
ass-
is the same
same
way, you
thing.
know. They have this less is more mantra. They used to have a 458 Special you can buy, and it was like 200 grand. But if you want the one that's got the seats stripped out, no carpet, no this, no that, then you can pay $290,000 for it. They call it the race package. All they do is take shit out. Less is more.
Hey, that's what they're kind of doing with the freaking new Dodge
Oh man,
Challenger, whatever the fuck the thing is.
Demon?
Demon. Yeah.
Yeah, but it only costs five. Or was it? It costs $1 to
Plus,
get the passenger seat, $5 to get the rear seat, if you absolutely have to have it.
Yeah, what the hell's the point of having the car if you can't scare the shit out of the people with it?
I'd get the passenger seat, but that's it. Just for balance. I'm still waiting for Ford to come back out with the Excursion Angry. It's like the time is now. You know, they can build an Excursion with like their new 3-liter Power Stroke diesel, the 6-cylinder one, and eco boost it. It'll be fine.
Well, Angry says Dodge is bringing back the Ram Charger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ford's going to bring back the Bronco 2.
Yep. In 2 years.
I'd rather have the Dodge. No offense to the Ford lovers.
I'll give it a go. Like I drive everything, so like I'm not picky as long as it's been, you know, every make has a good model out there somewhere.
That's true.
Like Reliant, you know, they were a joke here in the 80s. And I don't think they sell them in the States anymore at all. But they had like the Robin, which was a 3-wheeler. Everyone, you know, tipped it over all the time, making right turns or left turns. And they came out with this other car called the Scimitar, and it was brilliant. It looked like a Robin, but it had 4 wheels, and it had a 3-liter 6-cylinder from Ford, I think. It was a great little car.
I've never even heard of that.
It's in Europe.
Yeah.
Like, back when I
Okay.
used to travel and see those. Matter of fact, I bought
Yeah,
my Fiat
Angry-
because I drove one in Italy.
Yeah, Angry. I would definitely buy the square body Chevy if that comes out. Fiat. Fiat is associated with who? Ford?
They bought, I think,
Chrysler, I thought.
Chrysler? Okay.
yeah, they originally bought 20%, and I think they own 51 now, which is awesome.
Well, I
because
like my Chrysler,
They brought back.
but I would definitely go with a Chevy if I had the option.
You know what's crazy about the Chevrolet though is the base model truck is they still make a base model truck essentially. Like, my
Right.
friend bought one. He was like, I looked at a half-ton standard cab F-150, and he goes, it came with options I didn't ask for, and it was almost twice what I paid for this Chevy 4-door with a 6-foot bed on it. He was like, it had rubber floors the way I wanted it. But he's like, you get more for your money at Chevrolet just because they make options like the work truck stuff. Whereas Ford, you have to go with the fleet option if you had to do it.
That costs you an extra arm and a leg.
Yep.
I was gonna get the what's the Ford police cruiser that came out 5 years ago? The small little car,
The Fusion?
the Fusion. They were almost $12,000 more than the Toyota I bought.
Yeah, when my friend was looking for a car a couple of years ago, I told him to get a Volkswagen Jetta, but he saw a Fusion first, so we went to go test drive it. And the interior pieces were nice looking, but like it had no guts because he found the 4-cylinder one, and it was like 29 grand. He was like, "This is ridiculous."
Are you serious?
Yeah. And then I took him to the Volkswagen dealer. We were originally going to get a Passat CC, and they didn't have one. So then we found a Passat in the same dealer, and after interest and financing everything, he's only paying like 21.
Yeah, that's messed up. You know how they got more? You notice how they got more expensive when the government took them over, right?
Oh yeah.
So I stay away from Ford since then.
Well, now Ford didn't ever accept the damn money. Only Jim Chrysler did.
I'm glad because I would have paid more otherwise for my Chrysler. Ford went up way too much money, especially on the base models.
It doesn't matter shit to me because Ford ain't on the top of my list either.
I don't know anybody whose Ford was on top of their list, of any list, really.
Evidently, they're on top of a lot of truck buyers' lists because they're still the #1 selling truck in the world.
Yeah, well, Chevy's my guy for trucks.
Mine too. My boss had converted to Dodge about 20 years ago, and I just like, man, I see everything that happens to these damn Dodges. I don't want one.
One of the what the police they used to do to the Mexicans.
Shit. Grab him by the boat.
They grab it by the tongue like this.
You're at work with me today.
You can fucking like, oh shit.
So, do you remember when Mustangs and Camaros were an honest, blue-collar workers' achievable goal, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there was this muscle car revolution, and
I need I go over there.
so anyway, so they had this era where this was all happening, right? And then now they brought back the Mustang, they brought back the Camaro, and it's almost unachievable for most people who work a regular 9 to 5. It's like, buy this. Yeah. You're gonna buy this fucked up little Cobalt. You're gonna buy this Ford Fiesta instead. And even the Fiesta ST is like $30,000.
I look at the Camaros and all those cars, but I just look at them with drool, not money to lay out.
It's like when the new Mustang came out, you gotta have one of those. It's like it's the perfect looking throwback. Re-released back in the early 2000s. The 17, I like it. And it's like I went to the dealer and they're like, oh yeah, we've got 3 engine options. You can get a 6-cylinder, naturally aspirated. That's actually the cheapest one. I'm like, wow. And it was 22, 29, 22, 23. Yeah. And then they came up with another one. They're like, or you can get a 4-cylinder turbo EcoBoost. And I'm like, what's that start at? He's like 29 to 31. And he's like, but if you want the V8, we got the 5-liter V8. And that's like $44,000. I'm like, you can eat a dick.
That's a
You
pretty
can buy a Ford Focus ST.
That's a pretty big price. Whose mic is that?
It's like they're forcing us into little tonneau boxes. This isn't the muscle car revolution. It's like you wonder why kids these days aren't car people, because they're driving all these little Uber boxes that are, kind of boring.
Is that you in the
Second
background?
mortgage for fucking Cobra.
John, is that you in the background?
Yeah. Let me mute for a bit because I'm actually outside. It's gonna be a little.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to mute.
Yeah,
I think
no,
it's-
you don't have to mute. Just tell the other dude to shut the hell up.
Maybe that's the delivery guy. The only place I could see those cars he was talking about, like the Fiesta and stuff, the original ones, would be good in would be small cities. I'm sorry, large cities.
I hate little cars.
Yeah, same here. I don't like monsters unless it's an actual truck, but still, I mean, they're good on the mileage, but you're gonna pay a little more, like you said, with the like the Eco Drive.
Yeah, and the problem these days is not just the cost of the car, but the cost of the damn insurance.
And the battery you have to replace, what is it, like every 5 years, 6 years, 7 years?
Well, I don't think I would ever own a freaking hybrid.
Yeah. Well, why is the insurance more money on those?
Not those. I'm talking about like the Mustang and Camaro.
Oh God, no. Those prices, those cars have become way overpriced.
And the insurance
They're
follows
nice
suit.
cars. Insurance is what?
Insurance is way overpriced for them too.
That's true. The insurance for the year for one of those cars would be my down payment.
So I've been driving Chevy Suburban for years, and I'll continue to do so as long as I can get them.
Yeah, it's Guzzler, but it's reliable.
These days, I
What are
don't
the tanks on those?
do what?
How big?
The gas tank on mine's 44 gallons. Well, it seems like a lot. I fill mine up about once a month.
Do you have one of those with the reserve tank?
Nope.
No.
Just one 44-gallon tank.
44 gallons. Holy crap.
That's a big tank.
That's a big tank.
It'll do about.
How long does that
600
last?
It'll do about 650 miles.
Nice. That's not bad. I think
Trying to think. Last time I filled it up, it's been about a month.
I'm guessing you don't drive often.
No, I helped her past couple weeks. I ain't been allowed to drive because I just got a pacemaker put in.
Oh yeah, that's right. How long till you can go back to normal?
I was able to start driving again last Monday.
Okay.
As far as normal stuff, I see my doctor on the 8th of June, and then he'll tell me.
Okay. I guess that's like a someone who has a seizures sort of a situation, right?
Well, right now the issue is giving it time for the wires to actually grow into the heart muscle so it won't pull out.
And that takes about how long?
About 6 weeks.
Okay, that's not too bad. I know it could probably suck when you lose that freedom to do normal things like driving places.
Shit, I don't care. I ain't going anywhere anyway.
Yeah, but you at least want to have the option, right?
I really didn't miss it that much. I mean, most of the time I drive it, somebody wanting me to take them somewhere. It ain't me wanting to go.
Now it's their turn to drive you around.
Yeah, that's all gone now. I'm driving myself.
Okay.
I still ain't going nowhere. I'm just waiting for my gun to get done, get back, and then I'll go back to the range.
What'd you send it away for?
I cracked a cylinder.
Ooh, ouch. How'd you manage that one?
Slide overload.
Ah. Well, it was too big.
Slightly too much gunpowder.
Copy that. You're okay from that, though, right?
Yeah, the gun didn't let go. It just cracked a little.
Okay. So you just replacing the barrel?
Ruger's got to replace the cylinder. It's a revolver.
Is that on them or is that on you?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be on them because they ain't contacted me with the estimate for me to pay for it. And it's been a damn month now.
I don't think I've ever heard of anyone sending something back to the manufacturer, these kind of things to the manufacturers, and it went quick.
My gun shop told me to take about a month, so.
All right, so hopefully you'll have it back soon.
Yeah, it's probably no rush. I'm probably not going to be allowed to use it until June anyway.
Really? Even going to the range?
Probably not. I ain't free to use my left arm, so.
Okay, well, you stay away from whatever you have to until your doctor says it's okay. Your health is more important.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should just rename the show to The Walking Wounded.
This is true.
Early walking wounded.
Yeah. Start off the show with an audio clip of Jeremy Clarkson going, "It's all broken."
Here are the
It's all
broken parts. Brought to you by Sean and Tony.
Sponsored by Bear.
Bear ammunition.
Bear aspirin.
Bear aspirin.
Oh, Bayer. Okay.
I was told there'd be free beer. No, that's Bear. I've been misinformed. So I did stay up long enough Saturday to watch the Cinco de Mayo fight. Clash of Mexican warriors. It was a one-sided affair. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is weak. Like, that dude needs to retire. It's an embarrassment to boxing.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like an actual Cinco de Mayo holiday type thing. It's an actual fight?
Yeah, it was a boxing match. They fought for a unique belt for Cinco de Mayo because both fighters are claimed, Mexican fighters or whatever. So they made a unique belt for them. It was supposed to be like a media extravaganza. It turned out to be a joke. The highlight of the fight was what happened after the fight.
What had happened after the fight?
They finally made the announcement that Canelo Alvarez is going to fight Triple G in September. It's like he's been ducking Triple G for almost 2 years. And they finally, negotiated the fight. So the fight everybody's wanting to see is going to finally happen.
So,
It's like
so Triple G is not like a three-breasted woman, huh?
No.
Okay.
Plus, on top of that, dude's holding I think he's got every belt in the super middleweight division, or in the middleweight division.
Well,
Like, he has all the
apparently
belts.
he needs one more.
Well, no, the thing is Canelo lost his belt, or he gave up his belt. Triple G won it in the next fight against the interim champion. He's unifying everything. He's that good. And he's like, I want to fight Canelo. And Canelo kept ducking him. Or actually, what's his name? Oscar De La Hoya, his promoter. Right. We call him Oscar De La Rehab because he's an alcoholic. But it looks like they finally made the deal, so September 16th.
If he needs an extra belt, he can always go to the store and just pick up a couple.
Right. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. That's on the same level as like Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, but hopefully it'll have a better outcome.
Oh, that would be a good fight.
It was an embarrassment the first time.
Yeah, well, I said it would be a good fight. I said it would be an embarrassment. And they did all hype advertising for it for like 3 months before.
Mm-hmm. People were pissed, man. That fight was crap.
Yeah.
People were saying, "Oh, Pacquiao is injured," and then it was also Mayweather running around the ring for 12 rounds. He's not a brawler, that's why.
Right. He's a more defensive.
Yeah. I can respect that. I mean, he's an outboxer. He's not an infighter. That's why he's so successful. But the problem is what makes him look like a bitch is he cherry picks all his opponents. He's not
Right,
one
listen,
of the all
as
taking
long as
and all comers.
as long as he's not biting anyone's ears off.
He's coming back for a 50th fight. It's going to be against the UFC guy, which I think is stupid.
Are you serious?
Yep, he's going to fight Conor McGregor.
In a boxing bout?
I think that's retarded.
He's gonna get his ass whooped.
Well, the thing is Conor is a mixed martial artist, right? But he sees there's a huge payday involved. Mayweather wants his 50th so he can beat Marciano's record. He wants to be 50-0.
Okay, I'm sorry, but if you're a boxer and you're gonna fight an MMA guy, there's no way that's
shouldn't
real
count.
if he wins. There's no way that's real if he wins.
Well, it shouldn't even count because it's
Right.
not. He's not a WBA, WBO, WBC contender. He's just a guy. It's a circus,
Yeah, especially if it goes through and he wins.
and he'll literally do the exact same thing he's done his whole career. You know, McGregor will try to get in on the inside and work the body, and he'll just run around the ring for 12 rounds.
Or the MMA guy is gonna knock him out and he won't be getting up at all.
I want to see the MMA guy like get frustrated and fucking throw a knee.
Upside the head.
I mean, sure he'll get DQ'd, but
Hold
Throw
still,
the
you
knee.
son of a bitch.
yeah, like shake this off. I'll see you run now.
He's gonna see 5 of him.
Is there any chance we might discuss guns at some point today?
Sure.
I got nothing in mind.
The new Triple X Return of Xander Cage, but I haven't watched it yet.
Is that a gun?
It's gonna have a lot in them, or a lot in it.
Well, I was just saying because Tony wanted to talk about guns, so
Yeah. There's a lot of them in it, but I haven't watched it yet.
I mean, it looks like it should be good.
The first one was really good. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it. I felt like I was 8 years old again. The second one with Ice Cube, not so much.
Ice Tea or Ice Cube?
Cube. I always get them backwards, but now that I've got a really easy way to remember the two now. Ice T is the one in the commercial where he's like going, the sign, read the sign. So now I remember who he is.
And Ice Cube?
He's the
Not the guy in the commercial.
West
He's the
Side
fat
Jackson guy.
He's not fat.
He's
Compared
just,
to T, he is.
he's dense.
He's a little chunkier. That's it.
This one of them looks like a cube. The other one looks like a T.
Bag.
And what kind of gun does he carry?
I just think it's funny that that's how I can remember who it is now. It took all these years. Read the sign.
What was that revolver in the first one?
It was a 629 with a custom shroud. Basically what they did is before they made the 629 competitor like I've got, they were experimenting with different shrouds and brakes, and that was one of them. And then they wanted that in the movie. So that's what it is. It's like a 4-inch barrel, a 3-inch barrel with a 5 or 6 inch shroud.
That's
With
a
a
big
brake.
shroud.
With a brake built into it. I mean, it looks cool as shit. Like, I wouldn't mind having one.
Is it functional in reality?
Slightly.
I
mean,
doubt
40
the
is way too
bullets are
big.
functional like they portrayed them.
I don't know, man. You ever see my Instagram picture of my 454 loadings? I imitated it.
That's the Cazul?
All mine were functional. I used a FTX bullet, a Remington AccuCore bullet, a powder-coated bullet. It was black powder coat with yellow specks on it. Hard cast lead, wad cutter, and something else. But,
You
yeah,
you reloaded those?
all of them.
Nice.
It
Oh
was
yeah, I
the-
load 4 different bullets for my 44.
I think it was the second or third caliber I started hand loading. 44 Magnum was the first.
Dirty Harry would be proud.
Dirty Harry's wimp. He should light specials.
Don't let him hear you say it too loud.
I don't know if he was saying that at the range or if he meant that all the time though.
Well, he's on our side, so he can shoot whatever type round he wants.
Nah, just being a smart ass.
Yep. But how strong of a round have you loaded on your 44?
Enough split cylinder.
Damn. Oh, that's the one. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
There we go. That's the second time I got an out-of-state phone call I didn't recognize. It breaks Hangouts every time it happens.
I get that all the time. Like a bunch of spam calls saying you won this or God knows what.
I just got one from Delaware a few minutes ago.
I
Nice.
just got one from Colorado. I'm like, I don't know anybody in Colorado. I'm like, Travis P11 is in Nebraska now. So and he doesn't even have my number. But if he did, I'd answer it. But you know, it's like I know he's in Kansas. He's with Toto.
And Toto ain't calling.
Yeah. Edwin Noramuro here, London calling.
I'm still getting those damn calls from those Nigerians telling me to send them money so I can get my money.
Oh, did you hear about that story? I think it was in like Congo or something.
Was that
And
even real?
They went into an apartment, right? And in the apartment there was there was just a mountain of $100 bills just sitting there.
I don't think that was real.
Well, if it was really funny. It was the meme that came out after it. It was like,
Oh yeah.
damn. Like all this time, your rich uncle in Zimbabwe wanted to just give this to you, and he just gave up and left it behind.
And now the government will get it. That was actually a pretty funny meme.
Wow, someone actually... this caller left me a voicemail.
And I never answered.
Like,
That's
maybe
my
it's
money,
legit.
you son of a bitch.
Right. Anybody who wants to come claim this Boko Haram money, your time is up. We've been emailing you for like 20 years. We even emailed your Net Zero account.
Net zero. Oh my God.
Nobody claimed it. So you know what? We're just going to burn it.
Now I'm pretty sure they're gonna find some way to smoke it up.
Right. No, we're just going to give it away or we're just going to burn it on a YouTube live chat or super chat.
That was a Facebook meme or that was an Instagram meme?
I think it was a Facebook one. That's where I saw it, but probably either one.
What's a good search term to find that?
African cash giveaway, I guess. I don't know.
Freaking.
Giveaway.
No. What's the fake stuff? Like rip off African cash scam.
There you go.
Scam.
African cash spam.
Scam.
Meme at the end so you can see the pictures.
Yeah, I'm only getting. Yeah, I'm not getting anything near that.
I should have saved it.
Oh,
I got another
here.
one.
Okay, I found it. 4.2 million in cash discovered as police smash Nigerian letter scam. Oh wait, that is a real scam. Never mind. Yeah, that wasn't it.
I guess they don't want the money.
Yeah, I'm gonna search Instagram.
Oh God, really? And
Yeah, nothing on Instagram.
Oh God, really? What? Don't we just
nothing.
fuck steak?
How much takeout did you order?
Sure.
Sean, how much takeout did you order?
I didn't order any. Climb into the freaking cave of pallet racks to get one little box.
I thought you were getting a food delivery.
Shit. Oh, fuck. I gotta go back in there. Yep. You're all working with me today. Damn. I wonder where Jimmy is.
I don't know. He seems to be well. Nah. He's a little loose and flexible with what time the show starts anyway, but this is a little late.
Yep.
Aylward sent
Might be working with his brother today.
Aylward sent a meme with someone going, "God damn it! I know I should have sent that nice Nigerian man my bank account number."
Right? It's like that's when you start a PayPal account that day, and you're like, let's just see what happens. A bunch of men in black suits show up. PayPal account. Yes.
It is
Here's
now.
your money. Here's your money. You saw nothing. We were never here. Like, you're not Nigerian. Do you want me to use the flashy thing or not?
Just give me the money and get the fuck out.
Right.
Give my money, bitches.
Flashy thing in 3, 2, 1. You're now a retired hooker. I think it's
It really sounds like you're making a mess in the kitchen.
Oh yeah. All done.
Angry. Who's trying to run off with Heavy?
Knives.
Oh, why?
Heavy's leaving California.
Oh, okay. I'd go too if I could.
Cuchillo is like, take me with you.
Timmy.
He should be here soon too.
Oh hell, let's see if there's any gun news popping up today.
No.
There hasn't been so far.
I forgot who it was, but they took apart Trump's NRA speech, and it was literally like he said nothing. You know, it was like, we're not going to take away your Second Amendment rights. Oh, what are you going to do about them, though? You know, I asked a very direct question the other day during an RA. I'm like, did Trump or his son mention the Hearing Protection Act even once in their speeches at NRA? And no one said yes. Everyone said, like, I don't remember hearing anything about it, or no, they didn't say anything. It's like, then why did you show up again? Come here to make announcements. You made no announcement. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge. great and huge. So did you find anything, Tony? Shit. Great. I should probably check this message. I'll be right back.
That was Tony. They're great. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. ET phone home?
Like the NSA is hitting on Connery again today.
I think so.
I just got booted too.
Oh no, I was just checking my voicemail. I knew it was gonna screw up the mic if I didn't jump out.
My whole screen just froze.
We're all getting NSA today.
If you
NSA
get 5
Monday.
more, you get a free. If you get 5 more, you get a free coffee.
If you act now, you get an additional 2 tap lights for free.
2 tampons. That's not
Tap
going to
lights.
last long. Oh, okay.
You can stick them anywhere. You can stick them up
You
your
sure?
ass.
You sure can.
I forgot
You
the
heard
name
about-
of this one.
I think it was on Facebook. There's some Indian guy took on a project after his wife divorced him because he went around wearing tampons to try to find a way to make cheaper tampons. So he's created this whole device that would somehow produce cheaper tampons.
The best story I read over the weekend was a 51-year-old man in Katy, Texas. It's this little town outside of Houston. He was arrested for solicitation of prostitution. And what happened was he was telling his 49-year-old wife that he was going fishing for the weekend. He went to a hotel and used an app. A woman answered the app and negotiated a price. 2 hours later, she shows up at the hotel. And who shows up? His wife. He's mad at her for being a hooker. She's mad at him for asking for a hooker. And then he went to jail for solicitation of prostitution.
Hold on a second. Why was she mad in the first place? He told her. He was honest about it.
He told her she was going fishing.
Exactly. He told her about it. So if it was up to me, the wife would have gotten arrested instead of everyone else for being so mad at it for no reason. I bet you the prostitute got out of jail a lot quicker.
Was a prostitute.
Huh?
Prostitute.
Oh, she was the prostitute?
That's what I got.
That's a messed up story.
Sounds like a shaky marriage for sure.
Maybe he was just her pimp, and that's his name. The husband. Dun dun dun. Are you guys in the chat side just trying to figure out a way to respell the word YOLO?
Damn it. People are calling the shop on a Monday. Don't they know this is the day where they're supposed to also, be productive and not call me?
On a Monday.
On a
It's Monday. You're not supposed to do anything.
Well, everyone's supposed to be hungover from Sunday, so
Yeah.
you don't play catch up on Monday. What you do is you organize everything that you're going to start doing for the whole week on Monday, and then you don't actually start doing anything until Tuesday. It's the corporate way. So anyway, yeah, that was the story about the guy orders a hooker and his wife shows up. She's mad at him, but he's even madder at her.
Oh, the guy was the gigolo.
No, he was in the market for a lady of the evening, and his wife shows up because she's the one that answered the ad as a 28-year-old woman. What's really funny is they showed
like Tony said, that marriage sounds a little shaky. That's pretty funny. They might need to see a divorce lawyer before they see the counselor.
Been me at it, said, I ain't paying for that. I've had that and it ain't worth nothing.
Been there, done that.
That's why I'm fucking browsing.
He should have stated at the end of the ad, wife need not answer. Have fun, Clay. Clay's going to wash his roof.
Oh, well, darn, I would have done it for him if he'd had asked, but he already left.
Well, he does have a power washer. I would have done it too.
No, I don't care what it is. It ain't going to be fun or easy, no matter what you have.
Yeah. Do you, Sean, do you not have YouTube set up for the live chat? The chat side?
Hell, it should be. I thought.
I
was
thought so
automatic.
too.
I thought it did it automatically when you set it up.
I don't know. Can you see the live chat side on the YouTube?
I ain't even on YouTube, so I don't know.
Because I have one of my windows set up with the gun channels page, and then the other half of the page is the YouTube side.
Sorry,
Nice.
sorry, I just eat.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I think the burger got the best of me.
Have another one and a beer to go with it. See if you can improve it.
Yeah, I cannot drink beer.
Soda?
I cannot drink beer. Stomach problems.
Seltzer?
And my doctor say it's getting better, but it's hurt me.
Well, that's
But
good.
it still hurts like hell every day.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and the meds are not doing the job. They are action like 3 hours later. By the way, today I 3D printed some parts from the gun I designed.
Oh, nice. All finished?
No, because I run out of filament. I need like a kilogram of filament more.
Okay.
And I think I get some safety yellow or something like that. Or safety orange.
Is the filament expensive, or does it depend on what kind you get?
It depends. If you want shitty filament, you can get like from $5 to $10. But I use like the $20 per kilogram filament,
Okay.
like the higher quality.
How long are the rolls?
I think the rows are like 333 meters.
Oh wow, those are big rolls.
Yeah, for 1 kilogram. And 100 grams, I think they are 33 meters or something like that.
Well, it sounds like a better deal if you get the higher quality stuff too.
Yeah, because with the higher stuff, you don't get cut in the machine. Like in the print head, you have a gear that is spinning, and if the diameter of the filament is not correct, it's jammed. And
So
you
you
cannot
have so with the cheaper stuff, you probably have a lot of runoff as well.
it depends. Some cheap filaments are like good in diameter, but the temperature you need to